Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This your boy King Gabe here, and well, just got back from seeing Doctor Strange, and boy, was there a lot going on in that movie. Which, no surprise, people were kind of, people were kind of saying that it was quite a bit. Yeah, I think it's sort of there was even the whole thing of No Way Home being sort of like I guess you could say like a part one, and now Multiverse of Madness, which is Strange having to deal with stuff, is like the part two of this multiversal thing here. Yeah. And speaking of that, I watched this movie this morning before we went to see Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness this evening. Yep. So let's this is what I saw, and spoilers. Matter of fact, I got a little special jingle for that. Beware, there's gonna be spoilers. It's been Wanda all along. You've been warned, you have been warned. That it is Wanda all along. She started in WandaVision, and then throughout and got the dark hole at the end of the Wanda miniseries. It's been Wanda, it's been Wanda, it's been Wanda all along. Dee dun dun dun. You know, when I cause trouble, I'm punished, but you do it. You're a hero. Oh boy, where to begin here? And also, if you like what you're about to hear, just letting you know from the get-go, and I'll remind you later, be sure to definitely support us. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Special thanks. If you really like the video and want to contribute it, buy some comic books and support us on Patreon. Now, with that said, so this movie started off with what was supposed to be another Doctor Strange, since we are dealing with the multiverse. So we've had multiple Spider-Man, so now we're dealing with multiple Strange, where apparently this Doctor Strange was on the run. Excuse me, with this little girl. I forgot what her name was, but if y'all let me know in the comments that I forgot her name. That little the girl that was pretty much the focus of what was causing the plot of the whole multiverse. She had the ability to travel between the multiverse, but as far as she knew, she had no idea how she was doing it. It just happened whenever she got really frightened or upset or something like that. Sort of like Matilda with her power before she learned how to control them. So with that, so they go. So turns out they get to the end of this multiverse. There's this monster coming after this girl. Then turns out it's a dream, or is it? So what happens then? We go to Doctor Strange. He gets ready, gets his suit on and everything. I was actually thinking he was about to get married. I looked at I saw him at the wedding and stuff like that. I thought he was the one that was the groom, and the first thing he must him and his girlfriend from the first movie must be getting married now, because it's been quite a while between these two movies. Doctor Strange, then he had to deal with stuff, and then he had a brief moment in Thor Ragnarok. Then he was in Infinity War before he blipped. 5 years later, he comes back in Endgame. Then he's helping out Spider-Man, and now this. So, yeah, it's been quite a bit going for him between those two movies. Yeah. So yeah, it turns out it's not him getting married, but his girlfriend from the first movie is, and she's marrying another guy that I guess she must have met during the 5 years while Doctor Strange was, blipped, as he calls it. Pretty. Thanks a lot, Thanos. I was just trying to save humanity, by eliminating half of the world. I could spare the resources for the other half to thrive. If you can blip half the world out of existence, Thanos, why not just make more resources? I am inevitable. Okay. Before I get mad at Thanos. Then we so apparently the guy she's married so she's marrying another dude. Surprisingly, he's a brother. I was like, oh, no wonder she happy. Little joke there, but Doctor Strange is not so happy. And then I actually like this when this monster showed up, or demon as they called it, had this big one eye. He's got his eye on you, and trust me, it wasn't the same one-eyed monster in Scooby-Doo, a pup named Scooby-Doo. Yeah, you can't hide from a one eye. So he gets his cloak, instantly has it go around and flies down at you, transforms his suit into his, the traditional Strange attire, and he goes and he dukes it out with his eyeball. Well, it has little tentacles and stuff like that all over it, and it's coming after the girl from his dream. Turns out he wasn't dreaming; he was actually sleepwalking in the multiverse, and we find out more about that later. That's actually a thing. It's not said here in this scene, but later, yeah, it's described as sleep dreaming or dream walking. It's dream walking, sleepwalking, because Wanda's been doing it a lot, and yeah, we're gonna get to that. I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. So, but he defeats the eyeball monster with a bit of help from Wong, of course, and they're able to save the girl. And so they all get together and talk about, who you are, and what was that monster after you. And she mentions that she's able to travel between different, between the multiverse and all that. And the monster wanted her power. So, and of course they even mention about Spider-Man No Way Home, and there's a little bit of a disturbing dialogue in that conversation about the girl asks if Spider-Man can shoot webs out of his butt. Oh, okay, I know that's how a real spider does, but yeah, there's a reason why he doesn't do that. And even Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, who shot the webs out naturally, still came out of his arm just like the other two who used web shooters on their arms. Yeah, there's a reason why it was made like that for them, because yeah, that would be really disgusting coming out of them. Yeah, actual spider, that's different, but yeah, it would be a little too disgusting with a human being. sort of made me think of Squilliam the way I did that in SpongeBob when he's like, who put you on the planet? And I think SpongeBob did that too. So anyway, and there's also some pretty cool. And speaking of with this multiverse thing, okay. There's so much to happen. I want to jump to this and jump to that. So bear with me. So then after the discussion and everything, they take the girl to somewhere safe, and Doctor Strange decides to go to Wanda for help about, since she knows about the multiverse, she mentions about that Vision had his theories about it being dangerous, which, yeah, I mean, have you seen the title of this movie? How about that? So, turns out, now, when I saw that scene of him asking Wanda for help and everything, I thought, you know, it was gonna be like a Doctor Strange and Wanda team up, you know, and maybe possibly it would transition to her kind of taking on, you know, a bit of a villain, or like maybe like all of a sudden, like maybe she gets controlled or something, or something makes her snap and she turns on Doctor Strange in the midst, like maybe like halfway through the movie or something. But no, oh no, that Wanda is actually pretty much behind the whole thing of the demons that are coming after this girl. It all was her, the Scarlet Witch, and now that, and with the location given to her, oh boy. So then it turns into Doctor Strange assembling all the the sorcerers and everything at, you know, the place where they be training at and stuff. All of them having to try to shield the place against Wanda. Wanda, even though it's just one of her against the army, she is not easy to take down. Oof. Because she's like blasting through. And see, the whole thing of why Wanda's after this girl in the first place, because you remember in WandaVision, she had 2 kids that were purely created from her imagination, just like the whole illusion of Westview and all that, and Vision. She wants to get her kids back. I'm kind of surprised that she doesn't want Vision so they can be a complete family, you know, maybe that she ain't looking for. But I don't know, I guess she's more concerned about getting the kids back. So she keeps having these dreams where she's with her kids in another universe, much like Doctor Strange. Yeah, this is what I mean about the sleepwalking thing. Yeah, whenever she goes to sleep, her subconscious or something, or astral form, not completely sure about how this works. I know about the astral form thing that they mentioned in the first Doctor Strange movie, but maybe that's what it is. But she's actually in her sleep visiting another universe where it's her and her kids. But that does make me wonder if her and her kids exist in another universe, who's Daddy in this universe? Because I don't see Daddy anywhere. There's no Vision. So, you care to explain that movie? I'm just curious, you know? Much like another thing that, much like a particular elephant in the room I'll be getting to soon. So then, of course, there's this whole fight and everything. Wanda is scary in this throughout this whole thing, especially when she gets inside the castle, and then like there's one scene where she's breaking through the glass and stuff. Yeah, I was like, ah! Like good lord. It's like they turned her into Katie from Paranormal Activity. In case you don't know, which I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all probably know. Yeah, it's Sam Raimi. I'm just wondering, did you watch Paranormal Activity at any point before making this movie, or had you watched Paranormal Activity just in general? Is that where you got some like a horror inspiration for this movie? I'm just wondering. So yeah, so then of course after Wanda Katie Mika, except she doesn't scream for Mika. So then they try to escape Wanda into another universe, and going through this whole universe, they pass through several different phases. There's even a phase where they look like cartoons, like. Then other phases, then one where they're about to break up into block pieces. Like, okay, Then what is splash paint? And when they finally get to this other universe, Doctor Strange throws up. So, oh my goodness. So now they're in this other universe, and they have to figure out a way back to stop Wanda and save Wong, as well as also, well, pretty much, yeah. So save Wong, stop Wanda, which would also help this girl as well. So they're walking around this universe, and turns out there was another Doctor Strange in this universe, but he is dead. Turns out there's a statue saying that he died fighting Thanos, and then they run into Mordo. But apparently not the. He's played by MCU, by the actor who played MCU Mordo, but he's supposed to be this other universe Mordo. But much like the MCU Mordo, yeah, he's got a beef with Doctor Strange. He comes up to him acting like he's his friend, and apparently before he shows up, Doctor Strange establishes that Mordo actually tries to kill him and stuff. So I'm guessing at some point after the first movie, remember Mordo left. He was mad that he felt that the Ancient One had betrayed him, and then the fact that Doctor Strange, the method he used to defeat Dormammu. No, I can't be a part of this no more. Too many sorcerers. Yeah, so, yeah. Apparently Doctor Strange must have saw that coming after that first movie. Chances are him and Mordo probably went at each other between movies or something like that, because yeah, he right away it's not a, oh my god, why you turned against me. He already knows. He knows. So yeah, I guess they say, well, we ain't gonna waste time with that. You know what I'm saying? So many years passed, you don't you think they probably would have figured it out? So yeah, Mordo pretends like he's their friend, and he tricks them, of course. Then turns out not only just that he tricks them, but he's actually part of the Illuminati. Yeah, that was the thing that was mentioned that was gonna be in the movie. They have these robots, which Doctor Strange called them out as Hydrobots. And then at one point, one of the robots mentioned about being Ultron. So I guess in this universe they used Ultron as Hydrobots, I guess, though. So the robots bring Doctor Strange. Oh, and also before they come to him, he's actually put in this cubic, and the girl's in another cubic. Turns out a couple of lab coats are in this room, and one of them, of course, is this universe's version of Christine. Doctor Strange just loved that, he's no longer with in his world. So yeah, then he's led to the Illuminati, where we get to meet. Oh, brace yourselves, everybody, brace yourselves. This okay. He meets Black Bolt. Now, I've never seen Black Bolt, but I have heard of him. A friend of mine told me all about Black Bolt in the comics, where he could pretty much destroy somebody with a whisper. He is in this, and he don't talk because of that power of his. You just like... And then you have Peggy Carter as Captain America. That was actually from... They actually showed that in the What If series. I will be honest, I hadn't watched the What If series, but I know that was a part of it from the trailers for What If and from people talking about it. So yeah, I guess they say, well, let's show all this random stuff so y'all can be prepared when this multiverse movie comes out. So yeah, she's there. They have Reed Richards. They have their own Reed Richards there from the Fantastic Four. The Greatest Minds. Yeah, he's in it. They have a Captain Marvel that's black. And yeah, the comics there, you had Carol Danvers, who was Caucasian, but you also had a black Captain Marvel. And in the comics, I think it was Marie. I think either Maria or Monica. One of them. I know one of them is the mother, and the other was the daughter that was in WandaVision, and I think became like Proton or something like that. But I know the mother. There is a comic where the mother actually was Captain Marvel for a while. But I guess in this case, yeah, they just okay. Well, in this universe, she's black. Yeah, so you have that. And of course, Mordo, you know, they all got Doctor Strange like he's on trial. And then the golden moment that I kid you not, I ran across this clip before I went to see the movie, and I did look at it. People applauded. I think this whoever recorded this must have been like at the first showing or something like that, because that theater when Patrick Stewart as Professor X came out. Right. Perhaps we should tell them the truth. I am Charles Xavier. Yeah. So as Aquaman say, yeah. So he's in this. And they tell about what happened to Doctor Strange. Now, remember I mentioned earlier, there was a statue of Doctor Strange from this universe that say he was killed fighting Thanos. Thanos was in the flashback that they tell him, laying on the side and, you know, killed him and everything. But apparently that wasn't the case. Doctor Strange actually passed because he had got a hold of this book called The Darkhold that Wanda's after. Well, actually, she doesn't. She has the Darkhold. That's what's making Wanda the way she is in this movie. And she's seeking more power to get her kids back. So apparently, in this universe, Doctor Strange had the Darkhold, and he sort of lost control of himself. So the alumni had to pretty much, as they say about O.E. Yeller, put him down, you know, to keep him from to destroy this threat to the world, you know. There's no one more threatening than you, Stephen Strange. Then, of course, Wanda finds a way to bust into the facility. She actually possesses the Wanda in this universe and has her go to the facility and everything, and just, oh my goodness, it gets brutal. It gets brutal there. You know, remember all the cameos we just had? Well, the few, because like I said, this is the first time we've seen that we've seen Black Bolt in an MCU movie. Peggy Carter, Captain America, Black Captain Marvel. But of course, yeah, I guess you could say Charles Xavier cameo. Yes, he is. You could count the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, as a cameo, but he's not. This universe, he's not representing, like, you know, from the early 2000 movie or that other sorry movie that came not too long after the early 2000 movie, one where Michael B. Jordan played the Human Torch. At least he got a better role on Black Panther as Killmonger. Yeah, so yeah, Wanda pretty much pulls a Jean Grey and kills the alumni. Oh boy, because she makes Black Bolt's mouth disappear, and he just like I say, it gets really gruesome. You kind of it's easier to, well, it may not be too easy, but yeah, it's better that you go see it than me trying to explain the exact graphic details of that. I will say this with Reed Richards, though. Reed Richards' death in this, the way she took him apart, it almost reminded me of the 2D man in Batman Beyond, part of that rip-off version of Fantastic Four, when he died getting caught in, I think it was the vent or some kind of I think it was, yeah, the vet, because, you know, he was 2D man, like a, pretty much like, pretty much, let's see if I can kind of trying to get something that, oh, here we go. Pretty much like that. Pretty much like this here, piece of paper. So, yeah, they all die. Yeah, she kills them off. Captain Marvel and Peggy Carter, the last two that she takes out before she gets to Professor Xavier. He tries to get into her mind to try to stop her and save the Wanda that's been possessed, but oh boy, the Scarlet Witch comes up and snaps his neck in his mind, thus snapping his neck physically too. I was like, God dog, y'all gotta kill Professor X again? He already died in the third movie. Why y'all gotta do him like that again? Man. Oh, ooh, y'all ruined the cameo. So anyway, darn you, Scarlet Witch. So, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Well, okay, that one meddling kid. So apparently after that, it's up to Doctor Strange. He meets up with another version of himself in this universe, but that turns into a Strange versus Strange fight. Then Wanda gets this, ends up getting near the book and everything. This is not the book she already had, but there's another source of power that she comes to in contact with by forcing Wong to tell her where it's at. And she's about to use it and everything. And then you remember from Spider-Man Far From Home when Mysterio made him see all these illusions, and in one of the illusions he saw zombie Iron Man? We get to see zombie Doctor Strange. I think they are. I'm just wondering. I kind of doubt it, but I'm just wondering: is someone in the office? You know, where they're making all these movies in Marvel office, or is someone trying to get them to put out the zombie Avengers or something like that? There was a comic. I had never read it, but I heard there was a comic where all the Avengers had became zombies there. So I'm just wondering, you know. But anyway, yeah, we get zombie Doctor Strange. Our Doctor Strange, he controls the dead corpse Doctor Strange. Then all these little shadowy demons try to interfere, but then eventually Doctor Strange gets the better of them, and now he's able to use Zombie Strange to fight to free the girl from Wanda, thus encouraging the girl to use her powers to kick the witch's butt. Oh boy. And yeah, we get that, like, she scores some magical sucker punches, like, whew, like Falco punch. So then of course Wanda, but apparently Wanda overpowers the girl. So you think there's nothing she can do, but then there's one thing she does. She's like, okay, I'm gonna give you what you want. You want your kids? Here's your kids. She poops Wanda right where the kids are, as well as the other Wanda, and it leads to, and the kids see her and her get up and everything, and they think she's a monster. Also because she blasts the other Wanda away, trying to claim the kids for herself. It's sort of it's sort of like they took a page from Into the Spider-Verse with the Kingpin's plot, when he was, Kingpin had lost his wife and son, so he was trying to search the multiverse to get another version of them to take. Yeah, and that didn't quite turn out so well for him, but he mentioned that if let's just say the Kingpin succeeded, and he showed them at the Villain Boom. He was like, and I got my family back. But that's not really your family. Yeah, it belonged to that other kingpin. What if he gets mad and decides to come after you and kill you or something? That'll never happen. I'll kill you! So, this really causes Wanda to break down and realize how her actions have caused her kids to be scared of her and look at her as a monster. And there's only one thing that Wanda can think to do. She destroys this power source that she's trying to get. That along with the dark hole, by sacrificing herself to destroy the dark hole in every universe. So, kind of a page from one of Sam Raimi's movies, since Sam Raimi is the one who directed this. A page from one of his Spider-Man movies of how Doc Ock sacrificed himself to destroy the machine when he was trying to get the power of the sun in his hands, Yeah, that's how it wraps up and everything, Everything is all safe. The little girl gets to live in the MCU universe and train at Doctor Strange's little place. And you think it's all peachy keeny, peaches and cream, and then all of a sudden Doctor Strange looks like he just breaks down suddenly, and when he gets up, a third eye opens on his forehead. Which I have seen him do that, believe it or not. The Spider-Man animated series, the episode that Doctor Strange appeared on, he opened up another eye on his forehead in that episode. For kids. For the kids, Yeah, so I actually see, I wasn't expecting him to do that, but then I thought he did that before. Yeah. So then of course there's the post-credit scene, where apparently I'm not sure where this lady came from. I'm assuming that she's from the Eternals there, so I guess maybe now I really do gotta check that out there. Maybe one day the Seven Rings, but I guess now I really gotta check out those Eternals there, because she comes through and it's like, hey, we need your help. His eye opens up again, they jump through a portal, and then the post-credit scene ends. So, sort of like the post-credit scene when Thor was talking to Doctor Strange about Loki there and Odin. So and the only other post-credit scene they have, there was an earlier scene where the little girl had stole some pizza balls from a vendor stand, and this guy came after them, upset and everything, and Doctor Strange was trying, Doctor Strange was like, look, well, she's a kid, she didn't know, and he's all mad and everything, so Doctor Strange he was about to squirt Doctor Strange with some mustard, and Doctor Strange used his magic to make the mustard squirt on him, and then he started slapping himself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. And it's like, is he gonna be okay? Oh, for about 3. It's temporary. It'll wear off in about 3 weeks. So the other close credit scene cuts back to him, I guess 3 weeks later. It stopped. It stopped. Which I gotta ask, if you've been slapping yourself for 3 weeks, how in the world were you able to go to the bathroom? I know some of y'all probably like, really, Gabe? But I mean, think about it. And I know it's with one hand, but yeah. Okay, you try to. I got to use the bathroom. I can't use the bathroom. Oh man, and then think about doing other daily stuff in his life, like trying to eat. Or trying to drink water. I can't drink my water. do that to that man. I mean, the mustard's one thing, but come on, Trey, you didn't have to do him that bad. I mean, I would see maybe like 3 hours, you know, long enough for them to get away from him, but yeah, you really had to have him slap himself for 3 weeks? Dude's gotta eat and other stuff in his daily life. Don't get me started if that guy has to go on a date. So I was like, I was saying, you look very lovely tonight. Let me stop. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, it's just so funny. Well, you know you're wrong for that, Dr. Strange. Almost remind me of Squidward laughing when he told that scary story to SpongeBob. He gets you. It gets yeah. So that's the. Ooh, sorry about that. There, like something fell on my eye just then. Oof. Okay, I guess maybe I should have been. Guess maybe I ran that joke a little too long. Maybe Dr. Strange must have opened a portal and threw something at me for that joke. Okay, now in the review now. Okay. So that's the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That was really good movie. It is a lot to take in. I will give you only thing is like I say, it's worth checking out, but I'm just saying this so you be prepared for what you're getting into when you go see it. It's a lot to take in. There is quite a bit of gory stuff and scary. They say Sam Raimi really tried to write. Sam Raimi kind of had the intention of writing a horror MCU movie. Well, I think we dove into that horror. Yeah, so because there are some horror and some very weird and, like I say, gory scenes in there. So, and also one thing, they had a warning on the door. Be definitely if you got like a case, if you're experiencing like seizures or something like that, or anything similar to that, you might want to proceed with proceed with caution, or maybe possibly wait till it comes on DVD, because there's a lot. My attention was more so on the movie, but the sign on the door said that there were a lot of light, and I think it's more so the imagery that flashes around more so than a lot of the colors and light. Sort of like that band Pokemon episode with the Porygon, where they had all the lights, and they say a lot of kids in Japan got epileptic seizures after that, which was pretty bad. So yeah, just if you got any of that going on, please be careful. I mean, it's a movie worth checking out, but like I say, approach at your own risk. Be very careful. Know what you're getting into, and like I say, if you like this review, definitely give it a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Special thanks on the video. Buy some comics and support us on Patreon, even if it's $1 a month. And like I say, if you know what you're getting into, then by all means, go check the movie out. If you haven't already seen it, because I know it's been out for, I think it came out like the first Friday of this month. We're in the month of May as I'm recording this. May the 16th that I'm recording. It's the night of Monday, May 16th, Monday night. And this movie's been out ever since May the 6th. I think it came out May the 5th, because they have like those midnight screenings and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's been a week at least. about a little bit more, and it'll be at least a couple of weeks. So yeah, definitely go check it out. Before you go, one thing I definitely want to mention. I mentioned a while back that I was gonna see the Sonic movie, Sonic number 2, and I never did get to see it. I may have told you guys about this earlier, but I probably did in another video. But in case you didn't see that and you're looking at this one, I did plan to see the Sonic 2 movie last month. I was actually I think like there was the last week of April, and I was so I had planned a day to go see it then, because I was like, okay, finally gonna get to see Sonic 2. And the Monday of, because I was gonna see it that Saturday, the last Saturday of April, and the Monday of that week, not Monday but Wednesday, I ended up getting really sick. I ended up kind of get stomach was really hurt, was really bad, case of diarrhea, and so I was like, oh my god. So yeah, and so I didn't want to take a chance with trying to go see it, and I'm trying to, get my stomach back in order and all that there. And not to mention, it happened again on Saturday. So even if it had, yeah, I was pretty screwed there. So yeah, missed out on Sonic. I really wish it had came out around my birthday, and I would have really had a better chance of seeing it, because I was expecting to see it on my birthday, but it didn't come out till the first Friday in April. So yeah, and there was a lot going on around that time, and by the time I finally got around to see it, like I mentioned, I got sick. So we may possibly go see it next week. Just all depends on the schedule. Matter of fact, when we was on our way home, when my wife and I was on our way home from seeing Dr. Strange, she was like, well, actually, when we got there, and I had mentioned about missing out on Sonic, and my wife said, well, maybe if we get a day off together, we could go see Sonic, and if it's still in the theater. So yeah, hopefully that happens, and not only that happens, but maybe we be in a position to do it. Maybe be able to check it out. I do know I'll be checking out Chip and Dale though. That's coming out Friday on Disney Plus streaming service, so I definitely will be giving y'all a review of that after I take a look at it on Disney Plus to tell you what I think of that. So yep, until then, we will see y'all later. Take care, everybody.